Hey everybody, how are you? My name is Nathan, back here again, bringing you guys another review video for The Walking Dead, people. And I know I'm doing this a little late, you know, I haven't had actually that much time, and the reason why is because I've been playing a lot of Survival Instinct and getting some Let's Play footage up for you guys. So, yeah, by the way, Survival Instinct is a really cool game. For Walking Dead fans, really, if you're just looking for a zombie game, then it's probably not the game for you. But if you're a Walking Dead fan, I really recommend you go picking it up. It's pretty cool. And if you haven't seen my Let's Play, I uploaded part 1, so go check that out. It's over on my channel. And yeah, so now on to the review video. So yeah, guys, I'm doing the review video on The Walking Dead. This one is Season 3, Episode 14, and it is called Prey. Alright, guys, so a lot of things have happened in this episode. A lot of things we found out, well, I guess we kind of already knew.
Hey there.
But a lot of things we found out, I guess kind of now that the characters find out. Like, we knew it all along, and now the characters finally know it, if you guys know what I mean. So yeah, that's what's going on here. And starting the episode off, we kind of get a flashback again. They used to do this all the time back in Season 2 and back in Season 1. A flashback of a previous time that we've never seen before, maybe a deleted scene, something like that. And in this one is Andrea and Michonne pretty much are by a campfire. This is when Andrea and Michonne were back together before they even got to Woodbury or the prison, you know, anything like that. This is when Michonne and Andrea were together. Pretty much Andrea confronts her about the pet walkers, and Michonne pretty much retorts with, you know, they deserve what they got, you know, pretty much even if they were my friends or not, because that's what Andrea was kind of assuming, but Michonne pretty much says they weren't human to begin with, so they must have been really, really bad people, and she said that they deserve what they got, so... Anyway, moving on to the actual episode after the intro and everything like that. In Woodbury, the governor, we kind of, you know, get the governor bolting chains of the pets to the wall of the interrogation room. So he's pretty much getting all these zombies, making this interrogation room, you know, what we only expect to be for Michonne. When he captures her and when he betrays the prison group over their deal, and he's pretty much just he's setting this room up with walkers and everything like that, and you know, just making a big torture room, and it's sort of a, I don't know, a weird feeling as the episode goes on. Because you can kind of just see the governor now coming completely unhinged. I mean, you know, it's been a going-on progress, but he's just completely lost it in this episode, man. He's gone, like, batshit crazy. He's like, if you guys remember that pink teddy bear, I forget the character's name, but if you guys remember the pink teddy bear from Toy Story 3, yeah, that's the governor. So, anyway... Pretty much out in Woodbury, amongst the town, not in the interrogation room or, you know, anything like that. But Andrea and Milton pretty much watch Martinez load like a bunch of guns onto a truck, and Andrea pretty much confronts him. You know, I thought there was a deal on the table, referring to the deal between Rick and the governor, and Milton pretty much just tries to you know, simmer that down, I suppose. By saying, I'm sure it's just a precaution. You know, he doesn't want to get her suspicious of anything. He's on completely the governor's side, even though he does know what he's up to. You know, he kind of feels that it's wrong. That's what I believe. I really think that he's going to turn over a new leaf. And we'll get into that a little, you know, a little bit later in this episode. So, back in the interrogation room, the governor lays out the tools on the table in a dentist chair, which this is just completely, like, oh my god. If you ever seen a dentist office, and I'm sure you have, there's like a bunch of sadistic tools on the side, and he's just like laying them all out, man. Like, he's just, wow, he's just going ham with the tools that he's going to use on Michonne. Anyway, pretty much Milton confronts the governor and says he really wants him to reconsider this vendetta against Michonne. You know, just leave them alone, and just don't proceed with this, because he doesn't want any more people to get hurt. And the governor insists, pretty much, like, you know, saying she killed my daughter, even though his daughter was, you know, already dead because she was a zombie. Pretty much says that, you know, she killed my daughter, and I'm getting revenge, and that's all that matters. So pretty much later, Milton, you know, sort of spills the beans to everybody. Well, I guess Andrea, not everybody. But Milton just pretty much tells Andrea that the governor is going to kill everybody at the prison, whether or not he gets Michonne. So, you know, whether or not Rick hands her over or not, they're all going to die, apparently. And, you know, he pretty much takes Andrea to the second, the second level of the interrogation room, I guess. It's sort of like a look-down area. And, she pretty much sees Governor, like the entire torture chamber, okay? And while they're looking down, the governor enters, and Andrea pretty much states to Milton that she's got to kill the governor. That's what she's gonna do. That's the only way, you know, to save the prison group, to stop people, more innocent people from dying, and she's got to kill him. So she starts to aim her gun at the governor as he's sitting in the chair. And Milton pretty much takes it away. You know, we've been thinking that he's going to turn his back on the governor, but I guess he's sort of naive to think that, you know, he's still a good man, stating the fact that I knew Philip before he became the governor. That man still exists. And, you know, I guess he's kind of naive. You know, this is a new world. Everybody changes. And Andrea just is pretty much saying that she's leaving to go warn Rick, because she doesn't want her friends to die over there at the prison. No more innocents to die. And she wants to go warn Rick. And she pretty much asks Milton to come with her. But he pretty much says, no, I don't know anybody over the prison. I can't do that. I'm sorry. And yeah, so she starts to leave, and Martinez pretty much stops Andrea, tells her to relinquish her gun, per the governor's orders, because he doesn't want many firearms apparently on the field. He wants them all in the truck, stuff like that, to prepare for battle. And the governor pretty much stops Andrea and explains that he wants to protect Andrea from the violence, so he doesn't want her involved in anything, you know, shooting her friends or anything like that. So that's why he took the guns away. And he pretty much asks her to accompany him to the meeting with Rick the next day, because you know how they said they were going to come back in 2 days, and she wants him there with her. No, he wants him there with him. He wants her there with. Wow, that was confusing. He wants her there with him, so he asks her to, you know, accompany him. God, I keep saying her. That was weird. So yeah, guys. Pretty much after that, she pretty much says, yeah, you know, sure. That's pretty much just to get him off her back, though. So, moving on, as Andrea is walking down Woodbury, she approaches Tyrese and Sasha as they're taking target practice. By the way, Tyrese, you gotta get better at shooting, man. Damn, you suck. They're guarding the wall, and Andrea pretty much tries to lure him away by saying that Martinez actually needs help on the other side, and she pretty much confesses that she's leaving because they wouldn't, they wouldn't leave, and she leaves. But before she leaves off this warning: the governor is not what he seems to be, and you know, Tyrese and Sasha don't really know exactly what to think of it. You know, they're new to Woodbury; they don't exactly know everything. But they want to stay because they know for right now it's safe. You know, it's probably the safest that it's been in a while, and you know, they kind of want to stay there. They don't want to hurt anybody, but they also don't want to get themselves hurt by going out there again. So you know, I can kind of understand them. I mean, I know they're with a bad guy unintentionally, but they got to get out of there. They got to get out of there. So pretty much the governor starts to interrogate Tyrese and Sasha about Andrea's escape, and Tyrese pretty much confronts the governor and says, you know, is this a prison camp? Because the governor is, you know, kind of demanding, you know, where did Andrea go? Why'd you let her leave? You know, stuff like that. And then he kind of retorts with that. He's like, No, I'm just concerned for Andrea's safety. So he kind of, sort of, I guess, puts out the fire on that exchange by just doing that. And pretty much Milton implores the governor to let Andrea go. He just like, okay, you know what? You should just let her go. And the governor pretty much confronts Milton and kind of realizes that he has just blew everything. Because just by the facial expression of Milton, he doesn't know how to lie very good. We already know that. But he disclosed the ambush plan to Andrea and pretty much slams Milton against the wall. And I think this is a turning point for Milton. He's had fucking enough. Philip, the guy that is the governor, the guy before the governor, is completely gone now. He realizes this, and I think, in my opinion, was really, really, really deciding more on whether or not he should have went with Andrea. I think he would have now. And now he cuts to a scene where Andrea is pretty much sprinting down the road. And, we can only assume she's going towards the prison. So, yeah, back in Woodbury, there's a little confrontation between Alan and Tyrese. And pretty much he's yelling at Tyrese for kind of jeopardizing, I guess, their standing with the governor. Because they don't want to give this up. Alan is blaming Tyrese, apparently, now, for kind of putting his wife down, he blames Tyrese for emasculating him, I guess is what you kind of say, in front of his family. Because, he wanted to be the one that put down Donna. He didn't get to do that. And Tyrese kind of just took the hammer from him. And sorry, I got a Skype call. I don't know if you heard that or not. But, anyway. Just gotta send this message real quick. Doing a comm. Alright, there. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Martinez, pretty much... Andrea ducks into the forest now. We're cutting this, cutting off to this scene. Andrea ducks into the forest as the governor's truck approaches, She's running down the road, she hears a truck behind her, and she goes into the forest. And a group of walkers just, like, attacked out of nowhere. Kind of, like, headlocked her around a tree. I thought she was a goner. I actually did. She could have got bit so easily there. Takes them all down with a knife that she kept from Martinez when he was collecting all the supplies and everything. I guess the weaponry, I guess is what you'd call it. But yeah, she kept the knife in hiding, obviously. And now Martinez is bringing Tyrese's group to a walker pit, and is pretty much wanting to get walkers for their trip to meet with Rick. They want to bring walkers, apparently just in case. This is obviously part of the ambush plan. And Tyrese kind of, he doesn't like it at all. He does not like it at all. So Tyrese is pretty much, saying, what, I'm not going to do this. There is no way I'm going to do this at all. And he kind of gets into a fight with Alan again, and almost feeds Alan to biters. Actually, he almost fed him to biters. I think that was pretty cool. That was actually really cool, to be honest with you. But yeah, they got into this fight. Tyrese did not like the fact that they were getting walkers to go fight against the prison group. He did not like that idea at all. He would not stand for it, and I guess he later got brought back to Woodbury. So anyway, they had this entire pit of walkers, and they were all gonna, capture them up, lace them up, I don't know about get their teeth out, but they were starting to put them in trucks and everything, and they kind of left them there. All right, so back to where Andrea and the governor. All right, so Andrea is in midfield. No cover whatsoever, no trees, no nothing. And the governor is tracking down Andrea, and he sees her in his truck and chases her across the field. Now, this was like a classic horror movie type thing. Like a girl getting chased by a psycho in a truck. I thought this was pretty funny, but it was, I guess, pretty thrilling at the same time because, you see that in a lot of movies. You don't really see that in TV shows very much, and I thought that was a really good add-on. And I'll tell you what else is a really good add-on too, the fucking whistle, but we'll get into that here in a second. So yeah, she flees into an abandoned warehouse type thing. I honestly thought it was the warehouse back at Woodbury. I'm like, no way did you just do a full circle, woman? Like, do you know your geography? Like, but it turned out to just be an abandoned warehouse. So she flees into that, and this is where it gets creepy. So the governor finds the warehouse and pretty much goes inside and stalks Andrea. And like all through this entire thing, the governor is just using parts of this abandoned warehouse to freak her out. You know, shattering glass, making his footsteps louder, and then the fucking whistle. Like, it's this creepy whistle. I can't do it. I wish I could. It was like definitely not that. That seemed a lot too enthusing. Anyway, it was a lot creepier than that. But he's got this like killer whistle, you know, like he's just planning to murder anybody with that whistle. Wow. Alrighty, so anyway, Andrea finds this door, and she opens up the door, tries to go up the stairs, and notices that the entire staircase is filled with walkers, completely filled with walkers. She turns around, and the governor's right there. She doesn't know what to do. She's pinned between a door that's closed with walkers inside and the governor. And she pretty much just decides to be smart. So what she does, she opens the door, okay? She opens the door and then goes behind the door. The governor's just about to follow, and then the walkers pile out. So she's behind the door that's completely open. She's safe behind the door, and the walkers are just going right out towards the governor. And after the walkers all went out towards the governor, she closed the door, kind of looked in the window, looked at the governor, and was like, "Bam! Suck it!" Like, I thought that was a really funny quote from The Walking Dead too. Kind of established that. Anyway, you kind of thought, you know, Andrea kind of outsmarted the governor there. Definitely did. And yeah, so you kind of thought that she was going to get away. So we cut back to a part, an unknown person. You know, I got my my predictions, I guess, on who it is. It's pretty obvious, to be honest with you. This unknown person walks into the walker pits where Tyrese and everybody was. They're not there now. They left the walkers there overnight. And this unknown person just douses the pit of walkers and the truck of walkers in gasoline and sets them on fire. So he completely destroys the plan. You know, this has got to be somebody from inside. I mean, honestly, at the exact scene, I was actually thinking it was going to be Tyrese trying to spoil the governor's plan. But I have a really good idea of who it is. So moving on now. Andrea approaches the prison. You know, we see her coming through the woods. She approaches the prison, waves to the guard tower. But before Rick can spot her, we see Rick on the guard tower. Before Rick can spot her, the governor tackles Andrea to the ground. Just that moment that we think Andrea is going to make it to the prison, let Rick and everybody know about the governor's evil plot, evil plan, tackles Andrea to the ground. You know, it's kind of like a whip you into the forest type deal. Like, I was pretty sad when that happened, actually. You know, she was so close, went through this entire episode trying to get away, and just gets tackled by the governor. So, the next morning, pretty much one of the governor's men arrives at the pit and finds the scorched walkers, pretty much reports to the governor, and back in Woodbury now, the governor actually returns, and in his truck, and tells Martinez that Andrea is still on the loose, and she doesn't know. He doesn't know where she is, but obviously that's false because he tackled her, right? So we're getting onto that point. But anyway, Martinez pretty much tells the governor, you know, that the walkers are burnt, and his suspicion that Tyrese is responsible. The governor pretty much tells Tyrese and Sasha that the pit walkers were just a scare tactic and were never intended to kill people. Tyrese then apologizes to the governor for being difficult. You know, sorry, we want to earn our place. And the governor pretty much confronts Tyrese. You know, where did you find the gasoline? And Tyrese was like, come again? And he looks really, really confused. And the governor kind of, you know, I don't know, sort of nods it off. And he was like, you know, not important and stuff like that. And later the governor runs into Milton on the street. And Milton confronts the governor, you know, saying it's a real shame about the pits. And I hope you found out who did it. And the governor replies to that, already have, and he just stares Milton in the face. So yes, guys, I do think it's Milton that set the pits on fire. I really do think it is him. But you know what? Who knows? Who knows? I think it is. Give me what your predictions are on that. I really think it is, because, you know, he's had the last straw with the governor throwing him against the wall. And now the end of the episode leads off with, in the governor's torture chamber, Andrea is in the chair, gagged and bound, where Michonne is supposed to be the following day. She's strapped to a dentist chair, and the walker pets are dangling behind her. You know, just she's in this situation that Michonne was supposed to be in the following day, and now she's in it because she betrayed the governor. So, you know, no one else knows she's there other than the governor. You know, who's to say what will happen next episode? Will Milton find her? You know, what will happen? Who knows? Again, I do apologize for doing this review video so late. You know, I know it is Friday. I did try to get this out as fast as possible. I've been really busy this week with school and everything. So I apologize, but the new review video will probably be coming this Monday or Tuesday, one or the other. Depends on the rendering time. And that's pretty much it for The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 14 review of Prey. And I look forward to talking to you with Season 3, Episode 15. I believe it is called This Sorrowful Life. So guys, there's only 2 episodes left. This Sorrowful Life and the season finale. And, you know, I'm going to be doing pretty big review videos on those two. And hopefully you enjoy my other videos as well. And if you haven't seen any of them other than these review videos, I really do recommend you go checking them out. There's a lot of zombies and Walking Dead stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I will talk to you guys on the next video or next review video, whatever you guys like watching. And yeah, that's it. Alright guys, peace out.